Hey racers, JonRacer3 today, back for another Hot Wheels tournament. Today we have 16 hypercars about to take on the 6th lane down to the street track. One of my favorite races to film is on the street track with all of the battles and wrecks that happen. Now this is going to be a pretty simple tournament. It's going to be a regular single race elimination tournament all the way up until the finale, which will be the first car to 2 wins. So pretty simple, pretty easy to follow along, and it's going to be the simple hypercar street race. Let's get started. First up, we have the black Bugatti Chiron going up against the Infinity Vision Concept. In 3, 2, 1. Look at that, it is way too close to call. I have to go back to replay. I think the Chiron might have taken that. And after looking at the replay, I do believe that the Bugatti edged out the Infinity. Now for our next matchup, we have the Lykan Hypersport versus the McLaren Speedtail. 3, 2, 1. And it looks like it's going to be an easy win for the Lykan Hypersport. Next up, we have the Infinity Vision Concept versus the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Now the Infinity is Real Riders, but hey, Real Riders going slow might beat the Sesto if it wrecks. 3, 2, 1. But it doesn't look like it. That Sesto is blazing fast, and it's going to beat out the Infinity, or the Nissan. Next up, we got the Bugatti Vision GT in lane 1 and the McLaren P1 in lane 2. The Vision GT doesn't have the best track record of getting off of the 6th lane. Let's see how it does in 3, 2, 1. Now it looks like it's going to be a cakewalk for the McLaren P1 as the Bugatti is stuck. Just unfortunate for the Bugatti. One day it'll get down the track. For our next matchup, we have the Bugatti Divo versus the Koenigsegg Agera, which is a Real Riders car, in 3, 2, 1. And look at that, the Bugatti's going to spin out, but luckily so is the Koenigsegg, who's not going to finish the track. The Bugatti's moving on. Next up, we got the Ferrari 599XX versus the Bugatti Veyron. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, it's going to be a close one, but it's going to be the Bugatti Veyron just barely beating out the Ferrari. For our second to last matchup of the first round, we have the McLaren Senna versus the Lamborghini Veneno. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, the Veneno's going to pull a solid lead over the Senna and take the win. Moving on to the next round. And for our final match for the first round, we have the Hot Wheels Aston Martin Vulcan versus the Ferrari FXX. Let's see how the FXXK. Let's see how it can do in 3, 2, 1. It looks like the Aston Martin's going to take it easily. The FXXK finishes, but not fast enough. Here are your second round cars. Now we're going to mix this tournament up just a little bit, so the car matchups are going to look like this instead of the first place car facing the second place car and so forth. So our first matchup will be a Bugatti face-off, the Chiron versus the Divo. I interrupt this program to let you guys know about my Instagram page. Now on my Instagram, I post a lot of fun Hot Wheels and behind the scenes content, even thumbnails for upcoming videos and thumbnails that didn't make the cut. So if you want to see some awesome Hot Wheels content and maybe even some Forza content coming in the future, make sure you go click the link in the description, follow me on Instagram. It would be greatly appreciated, and that is all I wanted to say. So go ahead, check the Instagram, and now back to your scheduled video. The Chiron's on the inside, the Divo's on the outside. Hot Wheels versus Matchbox. Who is going to take it in 3, 2, 1? Look at that, it's going to be a close one, but the Divo is going to block off the Chiron, taking the win and moving on. Next up, we got another Bugatti. We got the Bugatti Veyron facing off against the Lykan Hypersport. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, the Bugatti's actually going to get derailed off of the street, but he's still going to manage to stay in front of the Lykan Hypersport, taking the win. For our next matchup, we got a Lamborghini face-off. We got the Sesto Elemento versus the Veneno. That Sesto's been fast. Let's see if he can take the win in 3, 2, 1. Look at that, the Sesto is going to take the win, sliding on his side, just barely beating the Veneno to the finish line. And here we go for our final match for the second round. We got the McLaren P1 versus the Aston Martin Vulcan. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. That is a very close race, but the Aston Martin Vulcan's just barely going to edge out the McLaren, taking the win. Here we go, we've got your semi-finalist cars already. We're going to mix it up, make it the first car to 2 wins for the semi-finals and first the 3 wins for the finals, so we can see who really is the fastest hypercar on the street today. The Devo has not gotten a break from facing these Bugattis. He's now going up against the Bugatti Veyron, who will be the first to 2 wins. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, looks like the Veyron's going to hold the lead in front of the Devo, taking the first win. They've switched lanes, the Devo's hoping for the Veyron to crash now. 3, 2, 1. It does not look like it, that Veyron is blazing fast. It's going to beat out the Devo. Who will go up against the Veyron in the finals? Will it be the Sesto Elemento or the Aston Martin Vulcan? 3, 2, 1. That Sesto Elemento's just too fast. It's going to beat out the Aston Martin in the first race. One more win for the Sesto, and he's moving on. 3, 2, 1. That Sesto's just too fast. He's going to block off the Aston Martin from taking the win, and he's going to move on himself to the finale. Here we go. Who would have guessed it? 2 of the faster hypercars in the group. In the finale, we've got the Bugatti Veyron facing off against the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. The first car to 3 wins will be your victor today. Who will move on to the Tournament of Champions? Let's find out. Here we go. We've got the Bugatti Veyron on the inside and the Sesto on the outside. 3, 2, 1. And it looks like the Sesto's going to take the first win, beating out the Bugatti. Here we go with race number 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's very close. I think the Sesto just barely edged out the Bugatti, but I gotta go back to replay for that. But I think the Sesto took it. The Sesto did very much take that race. Now it's down to the Sesto to get one more win to beat out the Veyron. Can he do it? In 3, 2, 1. It does not look like it. He's going to hit a little bit of a bump and allow the Veyron to pass him. The Veyron gets his first win. And there you have it. The Sesto Elemento has proved to be one of the fastest hypercar castings that we've ever seen race on this channel. And the blue one is moving on to the Tournament of Champions. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more tournaments on this track, make sure you like the video, comment down below, follow me on Instagram at JonRacer3, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace!
Oh.